What if one of the simplest breakfasts you can make could help lower LDL cholesterol, support healthier blood sugar levels, and feed the beneficial bacteria in your gut? And here's the surprising part. The oatmeal itself isn't the whole story. The way you prepare it, what you put on top, and even how much you eat can completely change the nutritional impact of that bowl. So what actually happens if you eat oatmeal every morning for 30 days? Let's follow the science. Because by the end of this video, you'll know 3 things oatmeal can do inside your body, the biggest mistake people make when preparing it, and exactly how I'd build a bowl if the goal is better heart and metabolic health. Let's start with what happens after that first bite. Oatmeal is a carbohydrate, so yes, it can raise your blood sugar. But oats also contain a special type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan. When beta-glucan mixes with fluid in your digestive system, it forms a thicker, gel-like substance that can slow digestion and the movement of food through your digestive tract. The result? The carbohydrates from the meal can enter your bloodstream more gradually than they would in a meal that's low in fiber. And that's important because you're not just looking at how high blood sugar goes. You're also interested in how quickly it rises. But here's where oatmeal gets misunderstood. A bowl of plain rolled oats is very different from a giant bowl of flavored instant oatmeal loaded with added sugar. And even plain oatmeal can become a very different meal if you pile on sugar, syrup, or other calorie-dense toppings. So don't think of oatmeal as some magic food that automatically controls blood sugar. Think of it as a high-fiber base. Then build the rest of the meal intelligently. Try adding berries, chia seeds, nuts, or Greek yogurt. Now you've got fiber, protein, and healthy fats working together. And that brings us to the second major effect. This is where oats become especially interesting. Beta-glucan isn't just ordinary fiber. It's one of the best studied types of fiber when it comes to LDL cholesterol, often called bad cholesterol. Research has found that consuming enough oat beta-glucan regularly can help reduce LDL cholesterol. But there's an important detail. We're talking about a consistent dietary pattern, not one magical bowl that transforms your cholesterol overnight. So why can oats help? Here's the basic idea. Your liver uses cholesterol to produce bile acids, which help your body digest fats. Some of those bile acids are normally reabsorbed, but soluble fiber, including beta-glucan, can interfere with that recycling process. That means your body may need to use more cholesterol to produce new bile acids. Over time, that can contribute to lower LDL cholesterol. And this is one reason oats are often included in heart-healthy eating patterns. But there's another benefit that happens much farther down your digestive tract. And this one is easy to overlook. Think about fiber as food for your gut microbes. Some of the fiber you eat isn't completely digested in your upper digestive tract. It continues into the large intestine, where certain gut bacteria can ferment it. And during that process, they produce compounds called short-chain fatty acids. One of the best known is butyrate. Butyrate is used as an energy source by cells lining your colon and is an important part of the conversation around gut health. So when you eat a bowl of oats, you're not only feeding yourself, you're also providing fermentable fiber that certain beneficial microbes can use. That's one reason scientists are so interested in the connection between dietary fiber, the gut microbiome, and metabolic health. But let's be careful with one thing. Eating oatmeal for 30 days doesn't mean your gut bacteria will suddenly become completely different. Your microbiome is influenced by your entire diet, lifestyle, medications, and many other factors. What oatmeal can do is consistently provide a source of fiber that supports a healthier overall dietary pattern. And that distinction matters, because we're not looking for miracle foods. We're looking for habits that actually make sense when you repeat them. So, what should your 30-day oatmeal bowl actually look like? This is where most people go wrong. If you're going to eat oatmeal regularly, don't turn it into dessert. Start with about half a cup of dry rolled or steel-cut oats, depending on your preference. Then add a source of protein. Greek yogurt works. So do nuts, seeds, or eggs on the side. Next, add fruit. Berries are an easy choice because they add sweetness and fiber without requiring a pile of added sugar. And if you want more flavor, try cinnamon instead of reaching for several spoonfuls of brown sugar. And here's another important point. You don't have to completely avoid instant oats. The bigger issue is what's in the packet and how much added sugar you're getting. Plain instant oats can still be part of a healthy diet. But flavored oatmeal packets can sometimes contain significantly more added sugar than people realize. So read the label. The goal isn't to find the perfect oatmeal. The goal is to build a breakfast you can actually eat consistently. So what might you notice over 30 days? If oatmeal replaces a lower fiber breakfast, you may notice that you're fuller for longer. The extra fiber may also help support regular bowel movements, especially if you're not getting much fiber from the rest of your diet. And if you're consistently eating a balanced oatmeal breakfast instead of a highly processed, sugary breakfast, you're making a much bigger change than simply adding oats to your diet. Over time, that kind of dietary pattern can support heart health, digestive health, and better overall metabolic health. But don't expect oatmeal alone to dramatically transform your body in 30 days. Your overall diet matters. Your activity matters. Your sleep matters. And your individual health conditions matter. Oatmeal is a tool, not a miracle. And honestly, that's what makes it useful. Because the best health habits aren't the ones that sound unbelievable. They're the ones you can actually repeat. So what happens if you eat oatmeal every morning for 30 days? You give your body a consistent source of fiber, including beta-glucan. You may support healthier cholesterol levels. You may get a slower, more gradual blood sugar response when you build the meal properly. And you're giving your gut bacteria fermentable fiber they can use. But remember the biggest lesson. It's not just about eating oatmeal. It's about how you build the bowl. Choose oats. Add protein. Add fruit or other fiber-rich foods. Include healthy fats. And keep added sugar under control. That's a much smarter approach than treating oatmeal like a miracle cure. Now I'm curious. What's the one thing you put in your oatmeal? Berries? Bananas? Cinnamon? Peanut butter? Or something completely different? Drop it in the comments. And if you want more simple food experiments where we separate the real science from the hype, subscribe. Because the next breakfast might surprise you even more.